Welcome back. Now it's about time for us to have our nutrition segment. Finally, now we have Osunsanya Olajumoke here with us, RDN MPH. Now she's a registered dietitian and she has over 6 years clinical experience. Now she graduated from the University of Agriculture, Abeokuta in 2012 after 4 years of studying nutrition and dietetics, which was of course a very comprehensive study of nutritional science and diet therapy. We are going to be talking about dietary management of autism in children this morning. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so now how prevalent is this issue, autism, internationally speaking?
According to the World Health Organization, autism affects 1 in 160 children.
Okay.
And it's more prevalent in boys than girls.
Okay.
It's about 50% of children with autism have feeding problems, learning disability, have issue with hyperactivity and depression, and sometimes frequent seizures.
Okay, so I guess we have to understand exactly what autism is in order to understand how nutrition could help manage the situation.
Yeah, the term autism actually describes a spectrum ranging from, it's actually described a spectrum of developmental disability. It can range from mild, as the case of Asperger's syndrome, and to Kanner's autism, which is actually the severe form. So basically, it actually goes through that wide range. Some may be mild, some may be, and it's characterized by a child's difficulty in communicating and relating with people.
Okay. Now, so this is social interactions you're talking about.
Yes. Basically, children with autism may have problem with speaking on time. For instance, may have problem. For instance, a child that is 2-year-old may not be able to speak as frequently as his peers, right? So there's developmental delay in speech of a child with autism. Also, the child may be repeating a particular phrase over and over again, just a particular phrase.
I know that there's probably some parents watching right now who would like to understand how exactly nutrition, the food that this child eats, is going to help manage this issue. What sort of food should they be focusing on?
We'll first talk about the feeding problems.
Okay.
So when you understand the feeding problems, because what is common to autistic children is that they have repetitive disorder. Basically, they want things done in a particular way. They are obsessed about a toy, obsessed about food also. So the repetitive behavior also come to play in their feeding habits. It goes on to show that they will want just a specific type of food. They don't mind repeating food over and over again, and they may want a particular taste. They may want bland taste. They may be so keen on a particular texture of food. They may not want noisy environment when eating. They may be hypersensitive to smell. That means if food has strong smell, the child may say, oh, I don't want it. Or they may be hypersensitive to smell, which means that they may not even smell at all. So basically, the dietitian comes to play and assess the feeding behavior of the child. And then after assessing the feeding behavior, what is it that the child likes? Is it that the child don't like crunchy food? Is it that the child likes blended food? Assess all the feeding behaviors, or what is it that triggers fussiness during eating. That is when the dietitian will come up with an appropriate intervention. Secondly, for children that have celiac disease, because more than half of children with autism are diagnosed with celiac disease or gut inflammation, the dietitian can help to put them on a gluten-free, casein-free diet. And according to many anecdotal research studies, it shows that it helps to improve the behavior of the child after going on a gluten-free, casein-free diet.
Okay, I would like to take you back to some of the characteristics of, or the feeding habits of an autistic child. Now, the way you were listening, it kind of felt like those feeding habits of an average child. The average child is picky. The average child doesn't like certain textures or certain strong smells or certain tastes. It sounds like an everyday child you're describing. So what exactly makes it so important for an autistic child's diet to be managed?
For children with autism, their own characteristic is intense.
Okay.
They may not want to, for instance, if they're used to sitting in a particular chair to eat all the time, they won't want you to feed them outside that chair.
Okay.
If they're used to a particular color of food, they will not want to explore any other color of food. Okay. So picky eating is strong in children with autism than in any other children, right? Another way you could also suspect autism is if the child is having frequent seizures. In the case of frequent seizures, you can place the child on a ketogenic diet, but with the supervision of a dietitian. Research studies have shown that when you place a child that have frequent seizures on ketogenic diet, they have reduced frequency, of the seizures. Another thing I would like to talk about is the use of micronutrients supplements, such as vitamin A, vitamin D, B6, and also magnesium. This has been shown to improve behavior. Basically, what is paramount in autism, in children with autism rather, is that they are fussy, they can have repeated behaviors, they can spin on, they can have a repeated body movement. Basically, their behavior is a bit out of the norm. They can be tossing and going to and fro, having constant movement, especially when they are throwing tantrums, right? So basically, that is what you find in, and this has been shown that it's improved, and the diet improve the behavior of the child when they are on a gluten-free or casein-free diet,
so,
especially for children with celiac disease.
As possible, let me take you to possible cures. Are you saying in any form, shape or form, it's a yes or no kind of answer I'm looking for, can adjusting the nutrition get rid of autism?
For some claims, yes. Some mothers claim that once the child goes on a gluten-free, casein-free diet, it leads to total recovery, especially in children with mild autism.
Fantastic.
So once they go on that diet with micronutrient supplements, with probiotics, yes.
So you're saying there is hope if you adjust the diet. It doesn't have to be loads of drugs and all of that. It could just be the diet, and hopefully someone at home has learned from that. Please talk to us on social media with the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC, and let's answer your questions. I know that she will be helping out with that. But meanwhile, we know that being a nutritionist, you will appreciate what we have in the kitchen for you. We have the amazing Mary and the lovely Tokwe standing by with our chef this morning. Please, please join us.
All right, thank you.